Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortoise the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pixelmon on the DeciMon server. Today we've got a couple of things we're going to be taking care of. One thing I want to note, I have added the Raised Minimap mod. You'll see that up in the top right corner there. I've added it for my Lord of the Rings series, and I was like, you know what, I could probably use it in Pixelmon pretty well as well. So we are going to be doing that. But before we jump into what we're planning to do today, which you guys may be able to see over there, spoiler alert, I wanted to show you guys a bit of the progress that I've been making on the dome here. I got feedback from people on the server as well as in the comments from you guys last week saying, you know, go for the dome. We don't really need any more Diglett heads. We're kind of driving that home with the gym, and I agree. The dome was how I wanted to originally go as well. So I've started laying this in, not really done with it yet, but I think I'll be pretty happy with the end product. I've got in the cross beams kind of, I'm using sandstone kind of as supports or whatever looking things. I like it. I wish that I got really mad, and Jay and I were talking about all the things we wish Minecraft had last night. I wish that we had stairs of clay, because I think I could use some more color in here to make this pop and get some clay going. But really, sands, I mean, I don't know, maybe I can grab some wood and change this out for wood, only because, like, it just kind of blends with, like, the rest of the hill. I don't know. I think it would just be kind of cool to have some color in here besides just sandstone on everything. But I also, at the same time, I don't dislike it at all. So, you know, we come in from over here, and, you know, I think it's going to look good when it's all completed and all that. I've got some dirt and stuff in there right now just because I was placing it. But once I get it all in there, I think it'll look good. And then, as you guys can see in the mini-map up there, we've got the pixel, or the pixel art Pokeball on the ground. So we'll be able to see that for the most part on the map. The crossbeam does kind of block, you know, obviously the black section here, but, you know, I don't think that that's really an issue. I've got some glowstone there, but I think at night, to make sure this stays nice and illuminated, I might put some glowstone like in this middle section here, so we get some nice illumination up from the outside as well. So still working, but I think that's the direction we're going with it. But today we're going to actually be doing a little bit more building, but we're going to be putting out, as you guys may be able to see on that waypoint out there, the Deep Ocean Outpost. We are going to be putting in our first other biome kind of base outpost thing. So let's fly out this way. I've decided that our first one's going to be in the deep ocean, partially because we have a nice big deep ocean not too far from our place, but also because we recently updated, and there we go. We recently updated our mod, and well, this thing's actually not that far out. I flew from another place, but we recently updated the mod, and the new version that we're using, I forget which number it is, I think it's 3.3.5, they've added Lugia. And so we may actually see something here, because at this point now both Kyrogue and Lugia spawn in deep ocean biomes at night. So they both have the exact same spawning criteria, and so I figured, well, if we set up a deep ocean outpost, we can probably pretty easily find, you know, one of those two legendaries if we have somewhere where we can kind of hang out. So we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. All of the spawns should be focused on this area here. So we're going to build kind of a little outpost that's going to allow us to make use of those new spawns. And, well, not really new. Kyrogue's always been out here, but it'll allow us to kind of do some fun stuff either way. So let's go ahead here. I'm going to start laying in. I've decided I'm going to do kind of like a raft is how I think I want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying this in. It was much easier when I was building it on the ground. Let's see. Do I have anything with this stuff? Well, let's do this. So I brought a handful of stuff: a PC, a healer, an ender chest, some chests, signs, etc. Just some things that I want to have out here on our outpost. Let's see. I want to do. I'm gonna have to collect a lot of this back up. I've got a certain direction I want the logs to go in, but the way you've got to place them makes it difficult to do that without being on the ground. Okay, so that works. Ooh. It's gonna be interesting building on the water here. And actually, now that we're out here, let me turn off. Okay, so I think it's what, M and waypoints. Let me turn this off for now. There we go. Perfect. And I want to clear out. Ooh, I need my axe, not my pick. Clear out these here. If a couple despawn, that'll be fine. Alright, so we got. So at the center of this, let's see. Yes, this is looking right. I'm going to have a Pokeball here, kind of like we did on the floor of the shop at spawn. Yeah, that's looking good. Alrighty, so we'll have this here in the center just for, actually the design I'm using for this, I've mentioned, I think at the very beginning of this series that, yeah, that's right. I mentioned at the very beginning of the series that at one point I had been playing on a public survival server, but that it ended up getting closed down shortly thereafter, and so that's one of the reasons why I was so interested in finding like a private one, because I had so much fun playing on that public survival server. But in the end, it shut down and all my work was gone. But on that server, I was actually it was kind of a faction server. So like in my faction, I was the water type gym leader, and so I'm kind of stealing the design for this outpost from the design I used for that gym. It was kind of a big wooden raft, and I had a glass Pokeball in the center and everything, so essentially kind of stealing that outright. I did decide on the house that on the dome I wasn't going to do the Pokeball, just because, I don't know, it didn't show up on the mini-maps at all. Like, glass is clear no matter what, and I really just kind of wanted... I decided it wasn't going to look good, you know, as good in the overworld because of the angle that we were looking at it on. Oops. And since it didn't show up in the mini-map, which would be the only angle it actually would look good in, I decided to just scratch that idea. So I'm using regular glass there, so I was using some of the white... Ooh, come on. There we go. Using some of the white glass that we had prepared for that dome in this outpost. So... let's go make this look like logs that have kind of been bound together, make them a little uneven. I'm using dark oak and regular oak just to kind of, again, show that it's like logs as opposed to just a big mass of brown. And then I want to put out... I'll use some of this wool. Yeah, so we'll put a little bit on this side just to make sure that the centerpiece is perfectly enclosed. And then, so the point of this, again, is that through being out here, and especially if we're the only ones on the server, we should be able to kind of, not really force, but like ensure that, you know, if spawns are happening, you know, they're deep ocean spawns, and, you know, if we're the only ones on the server, we should be the ones getting spawns. So it should make it a little bit easier to get things, you know, to kind of go our way. Because, as I said, both Kyrogue and Lugia, two of the legendaries in the game, now spawn in the exact same place. I hear a Staryu or something somewhere. But yeah, so this thing's not going to be huge, just some place for us to kind of store some stuff and things like that. Don't want to get too out of hand, but Let's finish off. Ooh, wonder if we're gonna have enough here. Shouldn't have let those. Oh, we are not. Oh no! Darn it. Well, I'll finish that section off later. Maybe we got caught in a storm. I don't think that's actually gonna be fast enough than punching. Okay. Let's actually do. Alrighty. And we got a couple over here. So it's starting to become morning, and there is some land. Oh, I think that might actually be. Yeah, I think that might actually be our our savanna that we flew over from, because I originally had flown out from the beach over by me. I don't have a water bucket, but we'll. Ooh, actually, if I get down this under chest, we can probably do that. Let me first. Let's throw this on, and let's get the sand out from under here. Not that it really matters, but just because. And maybe we'll find some of our blocks down here on the bottom of the ocean. Got some chinchows hanging out down here. We haven't actually caught any of them, so maybe we'll quickly try to do that. Ooh, I don't have skull with me, but oh, they're so cute. One of the things I do have with me is, you guys may have noticed already, I do have my brand new Pokemon, which was a gift from our good friend Skull, or not Skull, from J-Seed, actually. He was working on his painting, which we had helped him with at one point or another, not on camera, but just, was bored one night and was like, yeah, sure, we'll help out. And so we helped him out with that, and he had found this little Diglett, which happens to be shiny, which is awesome. So we now have a shiny Diglett and a shiny Sandslash. And so let's take a look at him. He's actually a neutral nature, so he's going to be, we're going to be grinding him up, EV training him and everything, getting him ready for the gym, because he's definitely going to be on the gym team because he's a shiny. And ooh, actually, let's I've got the speed anklet on him, so we can actually come in here and let's see what a scratch will do. Magikarp can't do any damage to us. I apologize that it's a little dark. We are underwater. But yeah, so we'll grind on any Magikarps we happen to find, because I've got the speed anklet on him. I'm going to be just straight EV training it in speed and attack, because Dugtrios are kind of glass cannons, so you'll want to be able to kind of just hit fast and hard and get out of there. And I'm going to want to expand the size of this, but I'll apparently have to go get more wood because we are out. But yeah. Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and I want to expand this out to there. And then we'll have to go get more dark wood to fill in the rest of it. But I want this thing to be reasonably sized. And this will help us fill in some of those holes where the water was flowing in too much anyway. Alright, so Okay, well now we're out of wood. Alright, so one other thing I wanted to do, not directly center, I don't think, but maybe like right here, let's do. Oop. Yeah, and I do want to use this last one here. I'm going to create kind of an umbrella, just, because we're kind of out in the water, you want to protect yourself from the elements. So let's go ahead and do that. We don't have any more wood. Darn it. I was thinking I'd have some left over that I could use to make more fences if I needed to. But let's go ahead and jump up here. Got some white wool, so let's do make a striped green umbrella. And nothing too huge, so let's go ahead and now at this point, we'll start stepping down. Beautiful. And then we'll go... and then... Carp! Yeah, I hear you, buddy. We'll get to you in a second. Do not fret. Alrighty. So let's take a look at this. I hadn't actually planned this out at all, except for I just was like, oh, I think I'll make an umbrella, so I grabbed wool and stuff, but hadn't actually tried building it. So let's take a look at this. Let's maybe jump up on Zapdos. I kind of think I like that, actually. I think I'm pretty okay with how that looks. Let's Yep, I'm okay with that. Alright, works for me. There's our umbrella. And so then let's go ahead and maybe over here, let's place down some of this stuff. Oh, get the fish off the bar. Gonna want some chests and stuff. I'm gonna place... I'm gonna place the healer right under this umbrella, so I'm gonna actually put that right there. And then I want to put, let's see, let's put the ender chest there. I'm actually going to put these chests separate just so I can organize slightly if I need to. And let's put the PC also underneath the umbrella just so I can, oop. Alright, I don't want to lose, well, we've got plenty. And I made a bunch of it, so it doesn't really even matter. If we grab this, great. If not, okay. Let's throw a piece of wool in here briefly. That should hold a PC, right? Yes! Alright, so that's just protected from the elements because they're electronics. Let's jump underneath here quickly. And, oh, we do have our helmet on still. Come on. There we go. And I got more white glass, so we'll just pop this right in there. Perfect. Awesome. I wish we had, like in Zelda, we had like iron boots or something, so I could just be like, sink straight to the bottom. Oh, it takes so long. There we go. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and actually kill ourselves, and we'll swing back by the gym, or you know, our house, and pick up some more wood. I think we do have some. Some Pokemon will be spawning out here, but I don't anticipate that there will be tons. Well, no, there probably will be. I bet when we come back out here, there will be tons of them. But let's quickly fly up, and I think that looks cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop on down here. And we should be... I know I've got more oak wood for sure. We may be a little short on dark oak. Okay, so we've got another stack of oak wood. I can drop this stuff off. I'm pretty sure I'm done with all that. Do a little bit of organization here. Drop this off. Okay, we need to find... Do I have any more dark oak wood? I might have grabbed the only bit that I had. Nope, we do have more. Fantastic. All right. Perfect. What else? Did we think we needed anything else? Oh, we got tons more. Okay, beautiful. And I do think that fence is probably high enough. All right. I think that might be good. Well, let's jump back up out here then. And let's see. So yeah, we're doing this. One of the things that we had on our list was to create, or on our to-do list was to create outposts. Turn this guy back on. Was to create outposts in other biomes, so we're knocking that off. And we also had on our list that we wanted to catch all the legendaries. And I figured, you know, I was kind of surprised to see that both Kyogre and Lugia were kind of spawning in the exact same area at the exact same time, at least according to the wiki, and that may have changed since I last checked. So it's possible that that's no longer correct. So if I am wrong, I apologize. I'll probably double check, and maybe if I am wrong, I'll put it in an annotation. Otherwise, we'll assume I'm right. Because at one point or another, I looked at the wiki, and it said Lugia spawned deep ocean biome night. And I was like, oh, I thought Kyrogue was in deep ocean biomes at night. And I looked it up, and he was too. So I figure if we've got a pretty decent chance of finding something out here, legendary-wise, that we might as well do the setup and just kind of try and find it. So I think that this will help us out in both ways. Let's finish off the oak wood here, and then we'll fill in the rest of our dark oak wood. And anybody else, you know, I know other people on the server like to come out and use my place because it allows them to find or be in the areas where legendaries might spawn. If anybody else on the DeciMon server sees this and they would like to come out here, my cords are on the screen, and it's pretty close to my place, so you know, if you're already used to coming out to my place to look for legendaries, you know, feel free to go ahead and use my deep ocean setup as well. I think that it'll be good, especially we're also looking for fossils and stuff. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, where's the sun? Sun's setting. Let's go ahead and quickly run back to the base again, grab that other stack of dark oak, because I want to be out here for nighttime, and since we got a little bit of time before night still, I think that'll be fine. Where was it? I know I had like another 2. Yeah. All right. Oh no. So yeah, again, DeciMonsters, you are more than welcome to come out and use this outpost. Hopefully it'll give you guys good luck in finding Lugia and Kyrogue. I know, you know, not a lot of legendary sightings on the server. I didn't realize how rare it was. I mean, I know I got really lucky in that I just ended up, like, I didn't plan it, but I ended up in an area right by where Rayquaza and Groudon spawned. So it made it easy for me. I just was kind of working on my gym, and all of a sudden there was a Groudon, and I had no idea that I was kind of ideally spaced to find him. And then I just happened to be training out my Savannah, and there's a little sliver of Sunflower Plains or something over there. And I happened to be out there training at dusk or something, and oop, there's Rayquaza. So it just kind of has worked out for me, and so I hope that you know, you guys also will come out and maybe get some good luck, because I know besides me and like K's, I don't know that anybody on the server has found a legendary besides like the birds, which you just kind of spawn in yourself. So yeah. What is the light coming? Oh, does the ender chest give off light? I think maybe it does. We've got a couple of torches here. Do I have any? I don't have any coal in there. And I can't place torches there. But let's go ahead and just throw those down there, I guess. Alrighty. Well, well, first of all, let's turn off this waypoint. I wonder if there's like a setting where if you're like on top of it, it'll stop telling you where it is. But let's quickly. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on back from the bottom of the ocean, Zapdos. Let's see if there are any Magikarps around here, and we'll see if we can't do a little bit of EV training while we wait for any potential legendaries to spawn. I do have. Actually, I meant to stock back up. But I do have Master Balls. If we find either of these, I will be using Master Balls on them, just because, you know, they're not like ones that you can control the spawn of, so it'll be, you know, it'll be something that you want to, you know, if you find them, you're going to want to kind of use, kind of want to use your stuff on them. So, yeah, that'll be better. All right, Magikarps, come on. Goldines. Ooh, Octillery. We haven't seen one of those yet. You guys see him? I'll swim down to him. He's a newer one to the mod too. Oh, let's jump actually back up here while we're kind of killing the night. If hopefully we'll. I mean, I know they were super rare spawns, and they've actually even with this most recent update, they've lowered the spawn rates of legendaries, which is, I know a lot of people on the server were like, you lowered the spawn rates? How can you? Because, I mean, people hadn't found them at all yet. What was I looking for? Oh, I wanted Skull. That's what I was doing. So people were you know, freaking out. I mean, not really freaking out. That makes them sound bad. But, ooh, and let's put up a sign. Let's see, we came from this direction, right? So let's put, let's put a little bit of towards deep ocean outpost. Alrighty. Okay, so we've got Skull. Let's see if we can't catch. We'll fill in our Pokedex and do a little bit of EV training. Seeking. I know I haven't caught a Seeking yet. Maybe we'll try and do that. What's a false swipe gonna do? Reasonable. Tail whip. Blah 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 blah. All right. Water pulse. All right. Let's throw a. Ooh, I've got a lure ball. If this doesn't work, we'll use a lure ball. Just because I think we've already got one of those in my inventory, and this is a water Pokemon, so it'll actually work on it. Although I don't know that I want to waste my cool different colored balls on something stupid like a Seeking that I'm never going to use, and we're just catching for Pokedex purposes. And really, I'm only going to spend like 1 or 2 Ultra Balls on this thing, and then it's going to die. Oh, yeah. All right. One more, and then Seeking's going bye-bye, just because I really do not care about Seeking at all. We're only catching it for inventory purposes. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Ooh, didn't mean to run, but okay. Any Magikarps? We got a Staryu over there. Nope, Goldeen. Ooh, there's a Magikarp. Way far away. Hey! Oh, it's a party in here now. We got a Blastoise and a Wartortle. How's it going, buddy? Some of these kinds of guys, I want to do some breeding for. Somebody up there? I want to do some breeding for. So we've got a bunch of Squirtles. And I don't know if any of them are actually any good, but I think I'm going to want to breed to like get a good Squirtle. So we'll save Wartortle and Blastoise to their own devices there. We'll let Diglett EV train on this Magikarp, level 12. Perfect. Doesn't know when he attacks, so that's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be leveling up this this Diglett. You guys may notice my team looks a little odd. I have Thwomp, our original starter, back with me, and I've got Groudon and Zapdos. Zapdos I have because it's a flyer. I'm actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this on camera, I mentioned that, I talked to PG, and she is the Pygmy gym leader, and she's been super busy lately. She hasn't really been able to get on the server because of the finals and things like that, so I haven't seen her around much. But I know she was collecting Pygmies, and I think I mentioned that last time, but one thing that I think I might do is she had a almost full orb of static souls, and so if she trades me you know, really any other Zapdos, I'm going to give her the Pygmy. Because I really want a Zapdos, but she really wants Pygmies, and I don't really care about Pygmies all that much. And this one's actually got a special attack lowering nature and stuff like that. So if she would like, if she eventually gets her own Zapdos when she fills up her Orb of Static Souls, I told her I would trade her mine. Oh yeah, here's a School of Magikarp. So yeah, but the reason my team's kind of all messed up at the moment is because I finally finished, well, finished is kind of a, ooh, that's, let's run. I wanted to throw Diglett out. I finished at least as much as I can at the moment because I'm still hoping to battle like Ping Pong and I think Chuck was going to have a lower level gym too. So I got my gym team up to, they're all the same level now. They're level 30 or 61. 61. Oh, Diglett fainted. Oh man. Darn it. Alright, well, that's why we brought a healer out here, so that when we were EV training and stuff, we could heal up. But yeah, anyway, so I think that's what we're going to end it for today. We got our deep ocean outpost built. I kind of really like it. You guys let me know what... Oh my gosh. We have got a lot of people spawning up in here. I'm pretty much a fan. Let me know what you guys think. And any of you Deci monsters who want to, feel free. Again, Chord's up on the screen pretty much the entire episode because of the minimap, so feel free to head out here if you'd like to use it. It looks like it's turning day anyway, so it's a good time to call it quits. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to probably continue to EV train out here. Oops, I meant to click on Groudon, but that'll be fine. I'm going to continue to EV train and on Diglett, and just kind of hope that maybe next nighttime we find a legendary. If we do find a legendary, I will of course bring you guys back. We'll start next episode with that legendary encounter. But yeah, as for now, we've got our deep sea outpost, and we will continue our search for the elusive Lugia and Kyogre, which we can add to our collection, because our legendary collection isn't paltry by any means, but it could certainly grow from here. So let's. We've only got the 3 at the moment, and I do have. As I'm EV training, we will be finishing off this orb of aesthetic souls. We only need 72 more kills for this orb to be full. So maybe if we don't find a Lugia or Kyogre in time for next episode, we will probably be going out and searching for Articuno. So that'll be fun. We'll get another legendary in maybe next episode, one way or the other. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortoise the Great, and you guys have been great. Let me know what you guys think of this. And if they've changed the spawns on Lugia or Kyogre or something, or the wiki was misinforming me, let me know. But I'm pretty sure this is right, and I don't think they've actually put out an update since we updated. So if it was right before, it should still be right. But yeah, I know they've cranked down the legendary spawns, so even though this should be kind of foolproof, get off my raft, slow bro. Even though this should be kind of foolproof, I know it might take us a while to find one. So anyway, leave those likes, comments, and descriptions for me, guys. As always, I've been Tortoise the Great, and you guys have been great. Have a good one.